had an epiphany that there is one event in the White Sox history timeline that if I could go back and change, nothing that's occurred would have happened.
Wow.
I actually believe we probably have multiple world championships right now in my lifetime. If I went back and changed one event.
If they never created Southpaw as your disgusting green mascot.
Southpaw's the bomb. But let's get down to it. No, it's not the Black Sox putting a curse on this team that we actually had a funny little laugh over a few weeks ago. And it's not even Jerry Reinsdorf buying the team, because that seems like the easy one. Don't let Jerry Reinsdorf buy the team. But then that might not let Jerry Reinsdorf buy the Bulls that would deprive Chicago of Michael Jordan's 6 world championships. So I'm not going there.
Wow.
However, I'm going to Hawk Harrelson firing Tony La Russa.
Oh, boy. Yep. There's the moment. And what year was that? 85? 86?
86.
86.
And it sent a chain of events in motion that have affected the White Sox. Well, how many years later is that? 40 years later, right?
Just about.
Yeah. That have been affecting the White Sox for 40 years. If La Russa doesn't get fired, because the team actually was starting to play better when he was fired, perhaps they continued on that path. They make the playoffs. Tony never goes to Oakland. The White Sox continue to build a solid nucleus around La Russa. He wins world championships with the White Sox versus with the Oakland A's and the St. Louis Cardinals. Just stays there. He then moves into the advisory role that he took in St. Louis and helped them continue to have a winning organization. But that's all done with the White Sox. Yes, it's great speculation, and I think it would make a fantastic Field of Dreams to the La Russa paradox.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
That's the revolving doors of history, how Hawk Harrelson set up all these chains of events.
I blame Hawk for everything that has happened.
Well, I mean, you still got to go back to Jerry Reinsdorf for making Hawk their general manager. Moving your broadcaster to the GM booth was...
Well, I got to go back to Jerry, but I can't get rid of Jerry in this scenario because of the Bulls. So it can't be done.
I like it, though. That's some outside of the box thinking. I think this all goes to Hawk. I mean,
yeah.
Thank God they fired him.
So I have one more thing to say, which you're going to enjoy, and then we can put this miserable week behind us. But
can we? I'm not sure if we can ever put this. The events of this week are immeasurable. The ripple effects that we'll have for years to come.
Yes, I agree. But we also talked about doing a documentary.
Yeah.
That had to do with 2016, right?
2016, the year that was basically a documentary juxtaposing the craziness that was the White Sox season versus the Cubs winning their first World Series in 108 years. Just the dichotomy. It just seems, I can't believe no one's done that yet, but that's our idea. So
right.
When we start our production company, we'll sell that idea to somebody. But
so 2016 is essentially the beginning of the White Sox rebuild.
Yep.
I don't think it could be more fitting. So let's just run quickly through 2016. You have the Jake LaRoche, the clubhouse leader, according to Adam Eaton, causing Adam LaRoche to leave the team because Kenny Williams comes down and says, you can't have your kid in the clubhouse all the time. Players don't like it. So he leaves. It's actually I applauded Kenny for somehow getting out of that fucking contract because he sucked.
Yeah.
So good move there. But then we have like the tipping point of the season, another lost season for Chris Sale and Jose Quintana. And Chris Sale cuts up the famous softball jerseys.
1977 replica jerseys, the blouses.
Yes.
I think he was very justified in losing his mind and going
the collars. I can't take those fucking collars.
Not only cutting up his own uniform, he cut up multiple uniforms so they could not be worn by the team that evening, which is borderline psychotic, but
which
understandable at the same time.
did lead to a hilarious story from last year on Rick Hahn recounting getting the information from that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But anyway, that is how the White Sox rebuild and the beginning of the window to winning happened.
When was the Fernando Tatis James Shields trade?
That was earlier. That
Was that 2015 or 2016?
I think it was 2015.
Okay, well that's all involved in it, I guess. But
yeah, but what a shit show 2016 was. So it's kind of fitting as the era closes, as the White Sox window closes, that they could top it in 1 week's worth of material.
Easily. That's a great way to put it.
That could be its own movie. This 1 week, following the White Sox front office for this week could be one of the most compelling baseball films ever made that has nothing to do with baseball.
We got to start this production company sooner than later, because the ideas are. You're right. This week tops everything that's maybe in White Sox history. You combine it with the Black Sox scandal and everything else. This week is some of the craziest shit you've ever seen, combined into a 6-day period. It was less than that. I mean, it was essentially Tuesday through Friday is what almost all the events we're talking about happened. So,
I mean, I don't know what to say other than it's just fitting to me. It's fitting that it started off as such a shit show. There's been shit show things along the way, and maybe Jerry just started to think back about everything that has happened while Rick and Kenny were at the helm, and how they really never ever had control of the team.
Yeah.
Except for when Ozzie was there. You never had shit like this when Ozzie was the manager, because he didn't take any shit. You played hard or you didn't play.
He was the shit show by himself.
Yeah, he was the shit show by himself. Exactly.
He took the headlines. He took the bullets.
But you can live with that. Yeah, another bad.
I keep doing it. I gotta stop. We gotta end this.
Yeah, but that is what I wanted to say in closing, that there couldn't be a more fitting end to the Williams-Hahn regime than this. So
they went out with a bang. Oh, I got another.
Oh, you did it again.
The grand finale of the shit show.
Word Hole Media.